Well, back to McKinstry, certainly believe that Alabama, in my opinion, Alabama's been in the lead from the get go. Now, other schools certainly in the mix. Clemson, Florida, LSU, Tennessee, a lot of top programs heavily recruiting him. But in my opinion, be shocked if he ends up anywhere else. Visited Alabama several times. There was some hot rumors last week that he was going to make a decision. We talked to him. He said no truth to that. He was going to wait a little bit longer. Still wouldn't be surprised if he made a decision over the course of the next month or so. But we'll keep an eye on it. He says he's going to wait. But as of right now, still thinking Alabama's the best bet for him.
I'd seen a question on the below on about the kid from Michigan, Damian Payne, and you answered that. But what about the safety from Tallahassee, Florida?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. You asked about the safety from Tallahassee, Florida, named Terrion Arnold. Certainly one of Alabama's overall top targets. And actually, it's funny you mentioned him. I actually just talked to him today. Definitely a kid who is a high-profile, a heavily recruited guy by a lot of programs throughout the entire country. We kind of thought that he was going to make a decision sometime this spring, but obviously with the coronavirus, he wasn't able to take as many trips as he was wanting to. And talking to him today, he says he's going to wait probably all the way until signing day. He wants to take all these visits. He wants to enjoy the process. But as of right now, I still believe Alabama's in great shape with him. Even though he's from Tallahassee and Florida State's making him a top priority, I think he's got a really good relationship with the Alabama coaching staff. Charles Kelly, safeties coach, has been recruiting him extremely hard. Sal Sinceri, who recruits the Florida Panhandle for Alabama, also heavily recruiting him. And I asked him, I said, what position do you want to play? Do you want to play safety? Do you want to play cornerback? Do you want to play wide receiver? He had over 100 tackles during his junior season, but he also had almost 1,000 yards receiving during his junior season. But he told me plans on playing defensive back, doesn't care which position it is, doesn't care if it's safety or cornerback, wherever he's needed. Alabama kind of recruiting him sort of like that in terms of just recruiting him as a defensive athlete. Once he gets to campus, they'll kind of figure it out. I think Alabama's in pretty good shape, but if he's going to take it all the way until signing day, you just never know how it's going to go. He's going to take all these visits for the process, but as of right now, I would predict him to Alabama, but we're not going to see a decision from him until at least December, maybe even February.